Hello people, it is I. Hi, someone is recording this, and today I'm gonna be showing you guys on how I paint or edit MSP faces. Just to be sure and confirm, and this is how I do it. So it doesn't really mean that you guys have to follow. It just really depends on your liking. So let's get started with the video. So I already did a tutorial on the eyes, but I did that while my mom was there, so can't really talk because she would be like interrupting me, and then if she left me alone, I would feel bad because I don't know. And then yeah, if you guys agree for me to make a voiceover, comment down below. If you guys agree for me to just post without any sound and just music while still having the raw time footage, then just comment. But for now, we're gonna do it. Okay, now I already did my sketch. If you want to know on how I usually do my sketch, you can just comment down below. I might do a tutorial. And if you really do want a nose tutorial, then don't watch mine because I cannot explain. I'm just kidding. If you really want to, then okay, if you really want me to do a nose tutorial for MSP, then make this post like more than 100 likes, if that's even possible. Because hello, I'm not popping. Okay, so since I did my sketch layer, you want to clip it to the face base layer, and then make a new layer on top of the sketch layer, and still keeping it as clipping. And for this, we're gonna start off with the nose. Make sure the sketch layer is like below 10% or below 15%. I will go more than that, so that you can have a much more cleaner result rather than having the sketch opacity really high, and then you're done with the shading, all of that, and then you hide the sketch layer and it was totally like Winnie Houston gone wrong. Then you know. If you want that look. Okay, so since you already make a new layer and clip it, set it to multiply, set the layer to multiply, and for this we're gonna use a light skin. Okay, so this color is in the red and orange, with the mediocre red orange part, and then make it almost halfway orange, and then make it a tad dark, like a quarter dark. Okay, so I'll be using the watercolor tool because that's my favorite tool to use, and for this video we're gonna do a lot of blending because just blending is just my thing. Okay, after that, make sure to check your size, your brush size. It really depends on you for yourself, but I like to make it like this big. Since you can see the nostril sketch, I want to make it like almost the triple, like double the size of the sketch with pen thingy. Right, so I usually start off with the nose wing, and make sure you follow the sketch. Okay, make sure you follow it, and you want. Okay, so the secret for me to shape faces is to make one edge really, really clean, like this edge. For an example, for this edge I don't really care, but this edge is really important because that's the shape of the nose wing, and then this part is just the overall shape, 3D shape. I don't know how to explain. Oh well. And make sure you always flip your canvas so that you know that something is out of place or distorted. After you're done with that, take your blur soft tool and then just blur that out. And make sure you only blend one side. You don't want to blend both sides like this. No, that is really bad. That is the most common MSP editors do. They always blend one side. I usually just blend one side. I can't explain. Just blend the side that is the least You know what, just follow me. Only blend the... Okay, so I'm just gonna explain some stuff. This is the inside, and this is the outside. Okay, you only wanna blend the insides. After you're done with that, oh, by the way, make your brush kind of big. Like, bigger than your brush. The opaque version. Your brush width. So that it can be full. So that it could be blended much more. So that it will be blended more. Blurry. Something. Okay. After you're done with that, I'm gonna start off with the nostrils. And for this, I make the brush a tad smaller. And then just start drawing the nostril. And I usually start off with this. I don't usually just do with the already on the nose bridge. I usually just do one by one. And then just, like I said, blend it out. And for this, like I said, only blend on one side. Don't blend like both edges. You don't want that. That will look weird. Zoom out if you think it's a little bit too weird. Like I did just now. You guys might not see the flaw here, but I mean, like, I don't really like how it's been shaken, so I'm gonna redo it again.
Everything changes.
After you're done with that, we're gonna go on to the nostrils. And for this, you want to pick a really dark color. Like, use the shade color and for the gray black tones, the tones, make it like almost black. And make it a little bit more pink. Like that. I already saved the color. It really depends. If you wanna make it really look like orange, then just make it. If you just want to make it a little tad just softer, then just, as better, just lower the opaqueness. Tones and opaqueness, or the brightness of the color, is different. Tones are the dark to the lightest tones, and then the brightness is basically just the overall color, just the color by itself. Okay, I don't know how to explain. What am I doing? Okay, for the nostrils, I use the airbrush tool so that I could get a softer finish on the edge. If you know me really well, that I don't really like harsh edges. I like blurry edges. So that's why I use airbrush. So you just really want to make it so you just really want to follow the sketch. And keep in mind, if you want to make it really sharp or really defined, just make the brush smaller and just go over it really soft. And for the airbrush, I lower the opacity to 5 to 10%. I wouldn't go more than that. So yeah. And after that, just blend it out. Blend the nostrils out. And for this, I use the blending tool and make it smaller so that I have more control. You still want to keep that edge. This edge. And after that, I take the airbrush tool. Where is it? The airbrush tool, and then I select the shading color, the basic shading color, then go over the whole bottom nose so that it's really 3D, so that it looks 3D. Don't worry if it looks a little bit too blended and light. We're gonna fix that later. Ooh, honey, there's something I don't like about this. No. And for erasers, I use eraser spot. If you want to follow like me, like the exactly. Yeah. And do the same. Yeah. This is much better. And then if you have something that sticks out, like was blended and then really not defined, like not shaped, then just erase it. Okay, after that, we're going on to the nose bridge. And for the nose bridge, I make the brush kind of thick, and then I just follow the sketch. If you're not really confident on how your lines will be like the smoothness of your line, you're not really confident, then just use the correction on top. always use a correction. But I usually use it when my hand is sweaty because I feel control. But my hands are kind of sweaty, so yeah.
Life.
I don't really want to use it because I'm that lazy. And you just want to blend out, like I said, just blend out one side. Don't blend out the whole thing, just blend out one side. And for this, I made the brush, I made the blur tool really big. Not as big as like, to the point where you can't even make a precise edge. Just make it big so that you could just make it really blended. See? You can actually see the lines. So I don't really want that. I really want it to be blended to perfection. Blended to the car. Hey, after that, oh no, stop. After that, we're going on with the eyelid. No. Why? Never mind. We're going on to the eyelids. And for this, I use again the watercolor tool. I'll be using the watercolor tool and the airbrush tool all the time. And then just follow, just an effort. And after that, you just want to follow there. You can see my lines aren't that smooth, so I'm just going to use the correction. Yeah, that's it. For this, it doesn't really matter what your brush size is. It just depends. If the eyelid is pretty deep, then make it small. And if you make it kind of small, but not that small to the point where you're having a hard time to blend out one edge. I don't know, just follow my lead, I guess. After that, just blend out one edge. Again, just don't blend out the whole thing, blend out one edge. You see, Shani, if you don't know her, please follow her. Link in the description below. Shani, she blends out the bottom of the bottom edge of the eyelid, while I just blend out the top. Me and Shani's styles are so different, can't even. I'm more to the realistic side, and she's more to the, what do you call it? The stylized side. I don't want to say the cartoony side or even the anime side because I do think that's anime. After you're done with that, take your airbrush tool, and for this is the shadow. Since this part, Since this part of the face is deep, then you want to add more shadows. And if you want to make it more blend, then just use the airbrush. Yeah, just do that. I usually put at this and this area. I wouldn't go like really detailed like that, like a contour. No, that's for a next layer if you want that. That's just for the next layer.
Life.
Okay, after you're done with that, we're gonna go into the face. This I'm gonna use airbrush and not the whole face, like really like this big, no. Just small, really have to pop up parts. Like this part. The separation of the face, chin, jaw, neck. Oh no, my mom's calling. Hold up. So like I said, put the shading parts. Not really, not to make it really pop out, just slightly, like that, like around the ears, like that. Just slightly. After you're done with that, we're gonna go on with the side of the mouth, the corners of the mouth. And since the corners of the mouth is deep, if you don't know, just look at your face, and if it's deep, we have like a deep part, like it slowly shrinks into, never mind. It's so hard. Just put the airbrush tool at the corner of the lips. Not that big. Just make it like that, just like that. After you're done with that, we're gonna go on with the bottom, yeah, this part, bottom lip shape. And for this, like I said, just make it just like a basic curve. You don't want to make it like with detail or something, but we're gonna blend it out anyways. And like I said, just blend it out. Like I said, just blend out one side, don't blend out like the whole thing. Okay, one important step, and this is the last time that I'm gonna be telling you guys. One important step or thing or technique that you read that is really important, in my opinion, on to do MSP edits is to only blend one side. Okay, that's it. Blend one side, and then if you think that's a little bit too dark, then just raise it a little. You don't want to make it really deep, and just blend it out again, like that. Yeah, like that. And out the sides of the eyelids if you think it's too harsh, and then yeah. And since we have this thing called eye bags, we can do that, but I don't really want to. I usually just make the corner, like the edges of the eyes pop up, so that's why I'm putting shading here. And by the way, blend one side. Just like that. Do the same with the other side. Life. Okay, after you're done with that, we're finally fine. Oh god, the ears. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna since I'm already done with the ear, I'm just gonna bring it down to the layer. Okay, after you're done with that, make a new layer, set it to clippings, set it to multiply, and also use the airbrush tool. And for this is the whole shading. This is the part where it makes your head 3D. So this step is pretty important. So shade the parts where it's, since the head is like a 3D shape, like just imagine it as a sphere. Since sphere, the sides has shading and then the middle has highlights. You don't want to do that like makeup. Just follow, just add shading like to the parts where I'm adding. Which is basically all around the face, Yeah, basically done. And then if you think that is too harsh, yeah, I think this part is a little bit too harsh. You guys might not see a flaw, but I do, so yeah. If you see that something is distorted, then just fix it. Okay, now you're done. Okay. You see what I mean when I say this part is pretty important, since this part makes your face 3D. Yeah, this is right. Yeah, this. before, after, contour, right? Okay, after you're done with that, set it to make a new layer, set the layer mode to multiply, and also clippings. And this is the part for the details. And what I mean by details, I mean the wrinkles, eye bags if you want to add them, the corners of the eyes or something. Yeah, this is the part. And then the cupid's bow, that big thing in the middle of the mustache, yeah, that's for a new layer. So I usually just put like that overlay skin thingy over the eyelash. Put like cheekbone, but I usually use airbrush because I'm too lazy to set it out. If you want to do cheekbones, make sure that it is from the top of the ear to the mouth, not like this. I don't know if that's right. People's faces is diverse, so what suits you the most, then just stick to it. And just blend the edges. Yay! Blending is your key, is your best friend. Is your most desirable best friend you can have. And if you want to have like a bump nose illusion, and just make a circle on the nose. And if you want to make it like contoured, like really defined, then just draw a line like that. And then
Everything
blend.
changes.
Sorry, I'm just really tired. I just got home from school, not school, but from dinner. But after school, we immediately just went to a restaurant and ate, so I'm pretty tired. Okay. After you're done with that, of course, lower the opacity. No one really wants to see that skin overlay like that. But I like this part, the nose. It looks so cute. Oh well, we're gonna make it over here.
Life.
You see what it adds? It kind of adds realism. Kind of. Okay, there's one thing that I still don't like about the first sheet here.
Okay, so you might not think that this is a big problem, but to me it is, which is the size of this lash line shade. I don't really like when people can tell if I actually, just ignore me at this point. I don't really like.
Just fix anything that you think that is necessary to you. Yeah, that looks cool much better. Okay, so like I said, make a new layer, set the layer mode to multiply again, and then also clippings. And for this, we're gonna do the nose and also the cupid's bow thingy here. The hole. And for this, you want to make a U, but with a long tail on one side and a really short tail on the other side, and make two walls beside it. Make sure it has space, like that. And for the nose, I'm just gonna use the like a tool, because I don't want to make it too defined. Too real. That's not me. I like blending stuff. Ooh, contour on point, girl. Girl, where do you learn this? Is it from doing Charles? Hold on. Okay, and then, yeah, just blend. Keep in mind, blend on one side. Just blend at the part where I'm blending.
By the way, for the walls of the cupid's bow, like the walls of the U thingy, I really want to make it blended. I don't want to make it really dark there because to me it just looks weird. I hope you guys understand me. Holy crap.
After that, just lower the opacity.
Oh honey, that contour is on point. Kind of.
Okay, after that, make a new layer on top, and then set the layer mode to multiply again, and also clippings. And for this, we're gonna do the blushing. So for the blushing, I usually go for the red part, for the red color, and make it really like a quarter, like this arrow, not arrow, but this symbol. You see like this part, yeah, it's like a quarter. Okay, after that, pick your airbrush tool and then just put blushing on the areas you want. If like she's wearing makeup, of course, just put it on like the sides of the cheek. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hold up. Okay, sorry. If you want to make it a little bit more defined, use the selection tool, which is on top, like where you see where I'm clicking, like on top of the round corner sign, and then just, if you want to make it a little bit more natural, then just put over the nose. But if you want to make it like the makeup gurus do, like always on the cheekbones, and just do it on the apples of the cheeks, the cheekbones and stuff. But if you want to make it just a slight natural, then just put it on there. And if you want to make it like really realistic with the freckles and all that stuff, put it on the forehead, because foreheads have like after you're done with that, go to Gaussian blur, then set the strength to like wherever you're satisfied. For me, the strength is 1 to 13. And then of course lower the opacity. Yeah, that looks cute. Let's just make it. Let's just make it a little bit more. After you're done with that, does this still have freckles? Okay, after you're done with that, we're gonna do the highlights. We're gonna do the highlights. So make a new layer on top, set it to add and also clipping. And for this, I'm gonna use the watercolor wet tool, and then I'm gonna use a really light blue. I saw a tutorial on this, on why you should use blue for highlights rather than just basic white. I think it's to make it more interesting, to make your art more interesting, and also like not really bland and plain and boring. So that's what I'm doing right now.
So just put and for the first highlight layer, just put the highlights on for the spots that you think that should be really glowy or just popping. Just really highlight it. It really depends on your style, your stuff and everything. After that, you blend. Blending is your best friend. And for this, you don't really care on what side you blend, except for the teardrop. You just want to blend. This and this part, not the corner. Okay. And then just blend the sides of the mouth. And then of course lower the opacity. You don't want that highlight to be corner. And you see it as like definition. Oh, I forgot to write opacity saturated.
So for the most important part, like the whole shaded face, I usually put it on 100 layer, same with the first shading layer. And then for the third layer, which is the details, the eye bags and everything, I set it to like 20 to 40%. I wouldn't go more than that. And then for the cupid's bow, I usually go like 30 to 60. I wouldn't go more than that, like I said. And for the blushing, I usually go for like 20 to 70. It really depends. And then for the main highlight, I usually go for like 15 to 25. I wouldn't go more than that. Okay, make a new layer, and this is the second layer of the highlight. Set it to add. The reason why I use add is because if I use like a base like overlay, it will just make it like not really glowy. But if I use add and you lower the opacity, it will actually like make it actually looks glowy. And also if you just blend out the side slightly, it will make it like it will make like a gradient. So that's what I like about add. So I'm still using the watercolor red tool. Make the brush pretty big, and then put the main highlights. Oh, not the main highlights, but the part where I think there's the second most highlighted part, like the cheekbones, the forehead, the chin. The chin. And also, if you want to add it on the, like re-added it on the same spot that you did previously, then you can. It really depends. And then just blend it out. You might be thinking, why did I use Gaussian blur? If I use Gaussian blur, it will make the highlight on the nose really unnoticeable, so I don't really want that. So if you want to make it more controllable, then just use the blur tool. After you're done with that, just lower the opacity. For this, I usually go for like 10% till 20%. I wouldn't go more than that. After you're done with that, make a new.
Everything changes.
Sorry. After you're done with that, make a new layer on top. And this is the third layer of highlights. Set it to add again and also clipping and use the airbrush tool. But this is for the big main part. You can put it on the ear if you like. And then since it is airbrush, you can just lower the opacity. You see why if you lower the opacity, the edges will make a gradient and blends really well. So yeah. And for this, I usually go from 3% to 15%. I wouldn't go like more than that because for me, it doesn't make it look natural. Okay, now we're done with the highlights. Now for the freckles. Set it to multiply, and then also clipping. Make a new layer. Set it to multiply. Set the layer mode to multiply and also clippings, and also use the splatter brush watercolor. For me, in my opinion, this brush is the best brush you could ever have to make freckles. In my opinion, this is it. And then just I usually put I don't usually put like a straight line like that. I usually put like a dot at a time so that I could control where the freckles should go. And if you really want to know, I don't really like over freckling. I don't that is even a thing. Yeah. So I'll take the eraser, the soft eraser, lower the opacity to 30, and then make the brush really big, and then just erase the part where you think that should have freckles. Like example on the eyelids, the eyes, the lips, the ears, etc. And then just lower the opacity. Yeah. Again, make a new layer, and for this, set it to multiply and also clippings, and do the same thing again, but this time less. And like I said before, just erase the part where you think that should end up a lot better. And for this, you want to make it as much more less than the previous layer, but make it slightly opaque so that it will look natural, like this. After you're done with that, again, set it to multiply. And then for this is the part where everybody does, where you put your own small freckles in. So I usually start off with a big brush, like 4%, and put the parts where I think there is, try to make it natural. Then I make the brush smaller for the more detailed parts. If you can't see what I'm doing, then here. And after you're done with that, if you want, you could like lower the opacity. I usually lower the opacity from 50 to 100. That's it. And after that, this part I really like because it actually makes more definition and makes the face more realistic, I guess. And make a new okay, this is how I usually do it. Make a new layer on top. Set it to overlay and also clipping. Choose the white color and then use the splatter brush and make the brush pretty big. And then don't just put like lines like I said before, just put like dots and then dots. And then if you think that you're satisfied, then just lower the opacity. Actually, I usually lower the opacity from like 2% till 10%. I wouldn't go more than that. It just adds this slight realism where the skin isn't actually perfect and it's actually textured. This is what I like about freckles. So, this is my full-on tutorial on how I shade my faces, my MSP edit faces. Oh wait, I forgot one more step. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I almost forgot. Make a new layer.
Life.
Set it to multiply. Set the layer to multiply and also clippings. Use the pen brush. Use the shading color you use for the shading. And then define the nose. Make the brush pretty big. Yeah, like that. And define the nose. Like almost like outlining, but define the nose. This will make your nose look less, how do you call it? Look less drawn on and more like 3D. My logic. And you know the drill, just blend it. Like I said, only just blend one side if you can. And for the nostrils, I make the brush pretty small. And if you made it too small, you can always just make the brush bigger. And of course, blend it. And after you're done with that, lower the opacity. You see the difference? The nose looks like it's drawn on, and now it kind of looks like it's actually there. Let's just pick it a little bit more down. Okay, now I'm done with the full-on tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and thought that this video was very helpful. I hope this video hasn't been hard, oh my god. And I hope you like, share, comment, and also subscribe to my channel. And if you want, you could follow me on Twitter and also Instagram. Twitter, I usually post my MSP edits, and then Instagram, I usually post my own personal drawing style. So just follow. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you artists, people, strangers in my next video if I post. I hope. So, goodbye.